What should the continuous cash flow be per year so that the continuous money flow over 10 years at a rate of 8% continuous interest will result in $20,000? So we'll use the future value formula given here for a continuous money flow. But for this example, we're given the future value of $20,000 and we're trying to determine the required money flow, which would be R of t. So what we'll determine is what the money flow would need to be per year to have $20,000 after 10 years earning 8% continuous interest. So the future value is $20,000. It's going to be equal to the integral from 0 to 10, because it's 10 years, of R of t, which is what we're solving for, the annual money flow, times e raised to the power of k times t. Well, k will be 0.08 times t dt. Now, because R of t is a constant money flow, we can go ahead and pull this out of the integral. So we'll have 20,000 equals R of t times the integral from 0 to 10 of e to the 0.08 t dt. Now to integrate this, we'll have to perform substitution, where u is going to be 0.08 t, so differential u is going to be equal to 0.08 dt. So if we solve this for dt, we would have differential u divided by 0.08 equals dt. Now we'll write this integral in terms of u. So we'll have 20,000 equals R of t. When writing this in terms of u, we'll leave off the limits of integration temporarily. So we'll have e to the u, but then dt is going to be du divided by 0.08. So we'll have du here, but we'll go ahead and divide R of t by 0.08. So for this next step, let's go ahead and multiply both sides by 0.08 to get rid of this fraction. So we'll have 0.08 times 20,000 equals R of t, and then the antiderivative of e to the u is going to be e to the u, which is really e to the 0.08 t, and now we need to evaluate this at 10 and 0. So we'll have 0.08 times 20,000 equals R of t times, we'll have e to the 0.08 times 10, that's going to be 0.8, minus e to the 0, which would be 1. Let's go ahead and finish this on the next page. Now we can solve this for R of t by dividing by e to the 0.8 minus e to the 0. And now we'll evaluate this using the calculator. The numerator will be 0.08 times 20,000. And the denominator is going to be e to the 0.8 minus e to the 0, or minus 1. So the continuous cash flow per year will need to be $1,305.55 in order to have the $20,000 after 10 years. So if you're interested in saving your money for a big purchase of, let's say, $20,000, this is a much more realistic question to ask, because most people save money continuously over time rather than make one large deposit into an account and leave it alone for several years. I hope you found this helpful.